With Glide Pro, you can give your app its own custom web address. So instead of going to a domain like this, your users can visit a more personalized domain. Your app can live at the top level of your domain or as a subdomain. It's up to you. Configuring a custom domain is not always straightforward because different domain name providers have different interfaces and settings that can sometimes cause issues. In this video, we're going to go through the entire process of setting up a custom domain and highlight some of the main issues that can come up. To set up a custom domain for your app, you have to own a domain. If you don't already own a domain, we recommend using Google Domains to purchase one. You can use another registration service, but we'll be using Google Domains in this video. If you already have a domain and it's with a different registrar, that's fine. Whilst the interface will be different, the concepts and process are the same. If you already have a website at your domain, then you'll have to use a subdomain. However, if your domain isn't in use yet, you can decide whether you want your app to live at yourdomain.com or as a subdomain, like app.yourdomain.com or anything else. To start your custom domain configuration, click Share and then Configure under Custom Domain. Next, enter your domain, whether it's a subdomain or a normal domain, and then click to the next screen. At step 2, Glide will ask us to add a number of records to our domain's DNS settings. If you've not done this before, it can sound a bit complex, but we're going to walk you through the entire process. In your domain name provider, look for a place where you can add or edit DNS records. In Google Domains, we find this by going to DNS and scrolling down to Custom Resource Records. Once you've found the DNS settings, you're looking for an area or form where you can add records. In Google Domains, we see this form with different fields. In other providers, you might have to click Add Record to open this form. If we're setting up a subdomain, we'll see 2 records to add in Glide, a text record and a CNAME record. If we're setting up a normal domain, then we'll see 3 records, a text record, an A record, and a quadruple A record. You may also see an additional CAA record, depending on your DNS settings. Whatever records you see in step 2 will need to be added to your DNS. There are 3 parts to a record: the host, the type, and the data. Sometimes the host and data will be labeled differently, but most DNS settings will add records in the same way. First, choose the type of record that you're adding, type in the name or host value, then type in the data value, and then click Add. If you haven't already set up a subdomain on your server, then the process is simple. All you need to do is add the records that you see in step 2. It's important that you enter these values exactly. For example, don't change custom.glideapps.com to anything else. People often think that you need to do this, but you can leave it as is. If you see any other records here, like CAA records, add those as well. Now, if you've already added a subdomain before starting this process, then you may have run into some issues when adding these records. Some hosting providers add existing A records every time you set up a subdomain, in which case we need to get rid of these A records before continuing. The records we're looking for are 2 A records with your subdomain and www.yoursubdomain. It's safe to delete these 2 A records. Just make sure you're not deleting any other A records for your main domain or other subdomains if you have them. If you're setting up a normal domain, Glide will give you a text record, an A record, and a quadruple A record that you need to add. Again, you may also see a CAA record, depending on your DNS settings. In the DNS settings, we can add each of these, copying the exact values Glide gives us in step 2. Whether you've set up a domain or a subdomain, you need to wait at least 30 minutes and sometimes up to 24 hours for your changes to take effect. This allows your new settings to propagate. It's safe to cross out this window and come back to check later. To check whether your DNS settings have been applied, you can check the custom domain configuration window again. If your settings have been properly configured, then you'll see green ticks next to your records and be able to click Done. Your app should now be live on your custom domain. Through this process, some issues can come up, so let's go through some of the most common ones. Step 3 in the custom domain configuration will continually check your domain for the records. If it can't find them, or if they're entered incorrectly, you'll see an error next to the record. Use these to retrace your steps and make sure that you followed the process correctly. It's possible that you added these records incorrectly. If you need support, make sure you contact your domain name provider and explain to them what you're trying to do. If you've used a website builder or another service that gives you a domain as part of the package, you may not have access to DNS settings. If this is the case, then just reach out to their support and explain to them what you're trying to do. Some hosting providers offer a service called Cloudflare. Unfortunately, this doesn't always play ball with Glide, so you'll need to turn this off before you authenticate your domain and leave it off afterwards. Instead of loading all the images and data on a website every time you visit it, browsers store certain resources in memory. If you visited your URL before your DNS process is complete, sometimes your browser will still be showing you an outdated memory of what that website looked like before it was properly configured. This can mean that your browser is showing you a version of your website from when it was a blank website. To solve this, you can try visiting your app on another browser, another computer, or on your phone. Alternatively, if you know how to clear your browser's cache, you can also try that. Your app will still be accessible from the old .glideapp.io URL, so if you've previously shared your app with that link, it will still work. However, your app's QR code changes whenever you add a new custom URL, so it can point people to the new URL. So if you previously shared your QR code from when your app was a free app, then it will still take people to the old .glideapp.io URL. If you want to move a custom domain to another app, you just need to configure the new app's DNS settings in the same way, and then unassign the domain from the old app, the one that you're moving from. Glide will manage this switchover, and there should be no downtime for your app. However, like with setting up a custom domain for the first time, you'll need to wait up to 24 hours for this switch to take place. So that's setting up a custom domain with Glide. If you encounter any other issues that aren't described here, you can reach out to us at hello@glideapps.com.